Hi, welcome to Popular TV. We've got Tim and Shade with us from San Francisco's The Fresh and Onlys, just before they're about to go on stage at the Hoxton Bar and Kitchen. Tim, Shade, thanks for coming for a chat on Popular TV. How are you guys?
Thanks, great,
Very
man.
good.
Yeah?
We drove all day, we're a lot better now.
So you currently got an EP out, Secret Walls it's called. For anyone that's not familiar with The Fresh and Only, just give us a kind of rundown of what you guys are about. What's your sound all about?
It's ever-changing, and you know, we started, obviously we're more, you know, our earlier recordings, our earlier songs were more electric, guitar-driven, definitely a louder, more bombastic sound, and as time's gone on, we've started to feed our more melancholy side and feed, you know, more into just the songwriting,
right?
And try to do things that are a little less, you know, smoke and mirrors or tricks. You know, I think we're constantly like, pardon me, moving towards getting a more natural sound. You know,
a kind of sound that suits what you guys are about.
Yeah, just where the songs are really showcased and where the songs are what's on the pedestal, not any sort of actual sonic trickery.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I had a story that the way you guys formed, something about you two hanging out after work, playing each other, I think classic rock, punk records, even some psychedelic records. This sounds very romantic. Is this like where were you guys working? Was this like candlelit, you know, music serenading sessions to each
there
other?
There might have been some candles involved at some point, but no, it was really just a relationship of playing records for each other, drinking beer, and just having fun, you know?
Yeah, where were you guys working at the time?
We worked at a record store called Amoeba, so there was an endless supply of records for us to explore. You know, some of them that we had heard before that I hadn't heard that he played for me, and vice versa. And then, you know, new records come out, or you find new records, and it was just a constant digging. And for years and years, we hung out before we actually started really recording music together. And
so your musical knowledge of each other was pretty in depth.
Oh yeah.
You kind of had it down.
At that point, I knew what he didn't know, and he knew what I didn't know, and we were able that kind of feeding into. You know, when you play something for someone, or they play something for you, and it really like
opens your eyes.
Mind,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's a really that's a beautiful thing. You know, it's like a relationship that you develop, especially with songwriting, because, you know, to me, like I like to at least imagine in my mind that like Robert Forster and Grant McLennan from the Go-Betweens had the same kind of relationship. You know, sure. I think songwriting partnerships have to. That's a big part of it.
That was going to be my next question. So, with regards to writing the songs, is it both of you? Is it quite hands-on that you both get involved?
Well,
does the whole band get involved, or?
It's kind of song to song at this point. I mean, it's still pretty much Shade and myself generating the ideas, the chord progressions, and then I usually handle all the lyrics, but like, Shade will come to me with some lyrics, and I'll kind of like modify it or use his refrain. You know, it's very symbiotic because there's no ego involved when it comes to me and Shade with the songwriting. Like, we're both very open to each other's ideas.
It's a really simple relationship, really, because Tim is much more evolved at songwriting. He's able to like see something through, and where in the past, like I've always had ideas and melodies, a lyric or two, an idea of a song, and I'm able to show it to Tim, and I feel comfortable with him finishing it. Whereas in the past songwriting relationships, I've showed things to people, and I didn't feel comfortable with him completing it.
Yeah, of course.
That was the big spark that happened with Tim and I.
So you know, I was having a sort of read through your biogs and your press releases earlier, and last year seemed quite a good successful year for you. You toured with Deer Hunter. How was that? That must have been pretty special.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
They're great. They're, you know, really fun. A really good band for us to tour too, like musically, because, you know, they're very much a song-oriented band. I view them as a very American band, which I also view us as.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fun.
So back to London, you guys must be excited to be playing the Hoxton Bar and Kitchen tonight. It's your first time playing in the venue?
Yes. We played one show in London. This is our first headlining show. I'm really excited. I like the space a lot.
It's a good space.
Yeah, like the neighborhood, the whole area, the vibe. It's really cool.
Shoreditch has got a very good feel to it. It's the young, trendy part of London, you know.
What is it called again?
Shoreditch.
Shoreditch?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
I thought we were in Hoxton proper.
Hoxton, come Shoreditch.
Everything's called Hoxton.
It's kind of you're kind of on the border of both.
Okay.
So in San Francisco, is there any kind of areas similar to this that you guys would hang around
there's
in?
like the Mission, which
as far as having young hip people, yeah, but not anything like this. Not even close. Yeah.
San Francisco is very small. It's like maybe a quarter or less the size of London.
With regards to the British music scene, is there any bands that you're really into at the moment? Any of the UK artists that you're really feeling?
That's a good question because there's this
Still?
little band called the Kinks. I'm sad to say that all of us are a little bit unfamiliar with the UK music scene, and I don't know where that comes from because British music historically is, at least for me personally,
prevalent.
yeah, and it's informed a great deal of what we do.
Yeah, for sure.
And it feels more, even with the internet and everything, it feels further away than it's ever felt to me in my life.
Well, we're going to have to change that.
I hope so. I would love that because I would love to come over here and have
so many great bands
PJ
coming out of the
Harvey.
UK.
New album. Her new album is actually
Yeah? You big PJ Harvey fan?
Oh
no,
Not before,
I'm not
just
a
the new
fan,
album.
but the new album is the best thing I've heard by her. So
Yeah.
Okay.
there you go. That's my take on British music.
Okay, so guys, Tim, Shade, I want to say thank you very much for coming out and talking to us on Popular TV. I wish you all the best for the gig tonight. I'm sure it's going to be an absolute stomper, and also all the best for the future. Thanks for coming down. Thanks for
you.
chatting.
Thanks, man.
We're going to do that. Let's do that. Let's go for that.
Just go for that.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.